everyone, how's it going? Welcome to the live stream. And as you can tell, we are not in our normal location, but that's all right. We're still going to give you value here on this live stream. We're going to be helping you get started on YouTube. We're going to be talking about better ways, how to make better videos. And I kind of wanted to be different with this one because normally I'm on you guys about your channel banner, different things like that. Sometimes I'm on you guys on your titles, your thumbnails, your topics, but rarely do I actually click on one of your videos and just see what's your hook like. What are you using to entice people into your video? And so I wanted to talk on that. And in my opinion, I think the more important part is the people clicking on your videos. But I do want to get into this because we all need improvement in all different areas. So let's jump into that. But quick shout out, we got It's Cross Girl here. I live in Florida. Yes, I am in Florida right now. Normally I'm up in Wisconsin with the snow, but I right now I am in Florida. So we got the Hawaiian shirt here. And I didn't have a lot of time to figure out a setup. I just have like a light on top of my camera. I just tried to let a lot of light in here. I don't have my usual camera. I'm using a ZV-1 for this. So we'll see how it goes. Big Oof Cars is here, already dropping a watermelon in the chat. Let's go. We got Elvira. We've got it looks like Fia. Nice to see you. Hello, boss. You. AJL Drone Photography. Yes, you are all here. You helped me a lot. Awesome. We got Nightwalk Studios. Reggie Shark Arcades here. Starika, you showed up. Let's go. I know this is an awkward time. And the reason why, if you're wondering why it wasn't Saturday, originally it was going to be Friday because I was in California filming a course with LinkedIn. As crazy as that sounds, I'm going to have a course up on LinkedIn Learning. I can't get into super specifics of the title of the course, but I can let you know it's a CapCut course. So super stoked to be able to do that. It's going to be awesome. So I actually was able to go out to California, film at their studios, flew back, had one day here, which was Friday. And that's why I was going to do the live stream Friday. Didn't feel the greatest. So I moved it to Sunday. And then on Saturday, I flew out to Florida. So I've been on planes nonstop for the last week. Let's see, how many flights was that? 2, 4. I've been on 5 flights in the last week. So I've been exhausted. That's probably why I wasn't feeling so good. But now I'm in Florida, be here for a while. I'm more of relaxing. A lot of the stressful things are out of the way. Like filming a course for LinkedIn, that's stressful. And thankfully that's gone. That's out of the way. So now we're back at it again. Hopefully probably going to be filming some content this week, which is going to be awesome, and uploading a video this week, Friday, which is going to be awesome. That's a specific CapCut tutorial. It's going to be cool. And yeah, I'm super excited to just jump into this with you guys. And what I want to do, I don't know if any of y'all figured it out yet. Let's see. Austin figured it out. I want to look at your guys' videos. That's something I want to do. I want to help you guys grow. And oftentimes when we do channel reviews, we talk about the banner, we talk about thumbnails and titles and topics and things like that. But I never really click on your guys' videos. So we're clicking on your videos today. If you want to submit your channel, there is a link in the description. You can click that link, fill out the form, and you get submitted for me to go and take a look at some of your videos. There is a section in there. If there's a specific video that you want me to look at, maybe you've been posting content and it has been the greatest, but you're like, I wonder about this video. I thought I did a really good job on it. I want to see what your thoughts are on this, Colin. Submit that in there. Let me know which one. You can just give me the title. If you give me a link, that'd be great. Please do not Rickroll me. I'm probably going to get Rickrolled now because I brought up Rickrolling. But feel free to submit your channel down below. That way I can cover those and hopefully we can work together and find a way to make better videos on YouTube. Florida here. How's it going? Yes, that Florida weather. It's very nice here. It was colder in Wisconsin. Now it is hot here, but it feels great. It feels absolutely wonderful here. I can probably safely say this. I'm in the Fort Myers area. Um, so that is where I'm currently at. I got 35 subs in less than an hour. Let's go. I've got Chinoso, Mr. K's in here. Kevin, how's it going? Good old Kevin. Me and Kevin work together. Good to see you, sir. We got Mr. Tony Lock in here. Oh, my word. Desmond, the Moon Bear, is also here. And yes, it is about channel reviews today. So if you haven't submitted your channel yet, do so. What is up, Abby Rutkowski? All the way from Florida. Yeah, that's right. And hopefully it's not too echoey. I was watching the audio that I was recording compared to Graham Stephan, who does like the fancy financial videos. And he has very echoey videos too, except I'm using more of like a podcast microphone. So I think it helps a bit where you can still understand me. I still make sense, but it's not horrible. And Elvira, oh my word, Elvira is amazing. Thank you. And also, posting links and stuff. Thank you. Where can I super chat to Elvira? Let me know because you are so helpful in here. Streaka says I'm uploading content right now. Tony. That is not okay. What do you say about Florida, Tony? Let me know. Big Oof Car says I don't need to submit my channel because my channels they've been in the live stream. Yeah, we definitely covered you. But hey, if you do have a specific video you want us to take a look at, feel free to drop it down below. Are you from Wisconsin? I am. Yes, I'm from Wisconsin. I'm from the Milwaukee area. Around there. It's a little bit laggy. Yes. So unfortunately, I brought my brand new internet, the internet's that's been stopping the lag. I brought that with just to see if I'd get some signal here in Florida. No, absolutely not. There's no T-Mobile signal here in Florida, or at least where I'm at in Florida. So we are relying on the internet at the place we are staying at. So hopefully, it wasn't as great as my internet at home, but hopefully it'll be doable to make it through the live stream. It might lag a bit, but hopefully, because I have good audio reviews, that everything will come through. But I've given, I believe, a good enough amount of time. Oh, these are entering in kind of weird, but that is okay. Let's click on this. And with that, let's get some channel reviews going here. Let me just get YouTube open and we will take a look and see some of these channels and talk about just how to make better videos. And I think one of the more important things with making better videos is having a strong hook at the beginning of your video. Because let's say you make the good thumbnail, you have the title, you've got a good topic you're covering, but if it does not hook people in those first few seconds and keep them watching, they're gone. And that tells YouTube that viewers weren't satisfied when they found this video. And then your impressions are going to flatline. Because YouTube sees that even though people are clicking on this video, they're not sticking around, they're not enjoying it. Impressions will flatline. And then you're like, what did I do wrong? And you're going to sit there wondering. And then when you go to your audience retention, you'll know exactly what went wrong. So laggy. That's not good. We might need to go to a coffee shop or something. We'll have to figure that out. But let me just go to my own live stream. This is maybe it's holding it up. Stop lagging. It stops lagging when I come to look at it. Now I'm going to go back a few clicks here. Let me know, guys. Let me know in the chat if it starts to lag. Do I just freeze up, or does it affect my audio? Let me know in the chat because there's definitely going to be some lag where it's going to be a little bit of choppy video. But as long as my audio comes through and you guys can hear kind of the comments I'm talking about, as long as you guys can hear the video that's playing a bit, I think that's important. Awesome. Audio is fine. That's what I want to see. Great. As long as the audio doesn't lag, I feel like we're going to be good. But let's get into some of these. It does affect the audio a tad, says Elvira. It's both. All right. We will. Yeah, the audio was absolutely amazing. Okay. We'll try our best here. We're going to try and get through these. This is my first day in Florida. So before the next live stream, hopefully I'll have enough time to come out with a battle plan or strategy to do these. So we'll see how that works. But we will try to make it through this today. Again, you can submit those channels down below. And I don't know why I have this blue color for the background. I don't like that. As you can see, I can change my backgrounds to an extent darker one there. All right. Actually, you know what? Because we are in a hot climate, let's go with these the snow background. That'll be fun. All right. Let's take a look at we got Austin up here that we want to take a look at. I'm going to zoom in a bit so that way you guys can see the thumbnails and everything better. And what we want to look at are the videos and also kind of the hook. He said OCAP News is something he wants us to look at. OCAP News episode 1 here. Let's take a look at episode 1. Let's just see what this is like.
This is Zero Cap News.
Zero Cap News. That's awesome. I just want to double check that I have the audio going. Hopefully that's going. So let's make this full screen and let's take a watch. Zero Cap News.
This is Zero Cap News.
What's going on, guys, and welcome to Zero Cap News, my show in which news is zero cap. I'm your host, Austin Lee, and only the OGs will remember Lost and Found news. That will be discontinued, and it's Zero Cap News.
Oop, and that stopped. Because
this will be the new
I
thing.
got a call.
This is the 9th episode of news, but this is the first episode of Zero Cap News. So let's dive right into the top story. Today's top story involves Ohio becoming a meme. So yes, I'm pretty...
All right, so so I know this was the first episode. We might have to click on another one. But here'd be an example of something I think that'll work really well with this. Wait, go back forward, please. There we go.
This is Zero Cap News.
So what I think would work great with this, and we will double check one of your other Zero Cap News videos, but one thing, if you've ever watched, I'm trying to think, was it NBC Nightly News? Hopefully this video is totally not getting monetized, guys. NBC Nightly News opening. All right. Let me just see if I can find one of these opening news videos, because the way they started out, I just want to see if I can find a full NBC Nightly News. It's like all the opening themes. But what will happen, let me just see if I can redo it. So right when the news turns on, it like you hear the violins like dun-na-na, 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 dun-na-na. And what they do is they cover all the stories that are going to be on the news. So they're like, you know, if I'm going to be the NBC Nightly News guy here, let me think of some safe news stories that might be gripping the nation without getting my channel in trouble. Apple VR headset might be releasing in June. Speculations have the device at $3,000. Also, blah, 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 blah. You know, and they cover all these main headline stories. So they start with the gripping headlines of here's what's going to be covered in this broadcast that we're going to be talking about and diving deeper into. And then it plays like the little intro they have, and then they hop into the stories. But even with NBC, they start with that major hook. And all the news stations, if you watch any news station, they always have that bigger hook at the beginning where it's like, tonight at 10, we'll be investigating this local event that happened. What is the truth? Find out at 10. or even 5 o'clock news. They have those big openings. Let me know. Have you guys seen what I'm talking about with like NBC Nightly News? Let me know. But let's take a look at one of the other ones you did. I'm gonna go back. Here we go. Let's see some more zero cap news. Top tier Ohio memes. Oh no, we only have episode 1. Okay. Zero cap news episode 1. Let me just mute this for a second. So we cover the story. Oh, and it looks like you kind of do a meme review almost of the different Ohio it appears to be. Average play in Ohio, YouTube in Ohio, all those different things. So what I would do, if you do plan on doing some future episodes of these, I would totally go that route of having that major hook in the beginning where you talk about those main stories. So maybe something like, tonight in Zero Cap News, we cover the Ohio meme story. And I know they're trying to be serious, but even if you did have a fun hook, even if you do cover other stories in your Zero Cap News, I think that would still be super awesome. And I think that would work really well. All right, let's go on to the next one. And I do see the comments here of it's still lagging, but let me know if it lags beyond. Let me know down, let me know in the chat if it starts lagging to the point where you're like, this is unwatchable. Like, if there's a few instances there where it lags, who knows? Maybe I'll have to go out to like a Starbucks coffee shop or something. I'll set up my camera and my computer and my microphone, and I'll just record a whole show inside of Starbucks. That'd be it lagging so bad. There was one other thing I was thinking about trying is going off of my data and seeing, oh dear, I'm like really lagging. It's lagging a lot, honestly. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to do this. We are going to try and get Melon opened up on my phone and see if we could do something like that. All right, let's see if we can make this happen. We're going to try and keep the stream going. All right. Let's see if we can get in the Safari and get this fixed. Lagging Bob Marley. All right. Oh, my word. So we know this is not live streamable Wi-Fi. Let's see if we can get ourselves in here. Let's make a song here. Funny. All right. We'll see if I come back here. Let me know. Lag stopped. Okay. I'm going to try and see if bringing myself up on my phone does anything. Yeah, my upload speeds are horrible. I know my upload speeds need to be high. But yes, I think skip onboarding. Here we go. Let's not have that happen. We'll turn this down. All right. So let's just see how laggy this is. I'm going to have my phone off to the side. Why are you going to keep talking, man? Hopefully you guys can't hear that. But I'm going to be seeing if my phone can produce better results here. But I don't know if it is actually going to be able to do that. All right. Well, I tell you what, we'll keep moving. We'll just try to keep moving forward. I've got some channels up here. Maybe upload resolution if you can decrease that. I think I'm at 720p, to be honest. Normally I'm at 720p, and right now the upload speeds are like 20 to 30 upload speed. Not the highest out there. But maybe next time what I'll try to do is I'll take my phone somewhere and try and get connection at a place with faster internet. Maybe I can do like an outside setup right from my phone. That might actually be cool to see if doing Melon, from Melon, just using my smartphone. I think that'd be pretty cool. All right. Let's get to some of these. While it's still good or ish good, let's see if we can cover some of these. And then maybe wrap it up a little earlier just because it's being so lame. No specific video. Let's see here if we can cover some of these other channels here. All right. Let's go to another one. Again, we're looking at hooks for the video. So let's click on the most recent one and we'll just go from there and see how these hooks look.
Supermania Bros, and today we're going to be reviewing these DC minifigures, and they're Lego, by the way. First we have Batman, and he looks pretty cool. He has the long cowl, the Lego Batman movie.
So I think that was actually, that might have been a great hook. You told us what the video was about, and then you got to your review of the Lego Justice League series.
Hey everybody, my name is Supermania Bros, and today we're going to be reviewing these DC minifigures, and they're Lego, by the way.
So what I would probably do, I'd probably put in your title that this is a review. So maybe adding that at the end, just do like parentheses review. But then you get right into reviewing the characters. And it seems like you didn't talk on, like, Batman came in at like, pretty quickly. You took him off his mask. You showed that. You're showing the Joker. The only one thing is I can tell the focus is kind of going out of focus here. So I would definitely improve in that aspect. What you can probably do on your camera is you can turn it to manual focus. So there's usually autofocus and manual focus. If you switch it to manual focus, you can adjust it to that spot, and it's not going to change when there's movement or hands in front of the way. It'll always maintain that focus. So that way, when people are watching the video, if the focus is going out, I think people would click off. And maybe one other aspect would be your lighting. Because even when it is in focus, which even in this piece, if you can see here, the background's in focus, but the actual character is not in focus. Let me just see if we can go to, even when we do get to a spot where we do have a character shown on screen, let me just see if we can scroll to that. It is kind of not as well lit. Like there's a lot of dark here. So maybe like another light here to kind of, so we can really see the character that you're reviewing. But awesome start to it though. I just make sure you're staying in focus and work on the lighting. But for the beginning here, I thought that was awesome. You got right to the point. You didn't take, and that's a big thing. And I'm sure that's what we're going to encounter in the future here. Is a lot of people self-promoting in the beginning. Like a lot of people throw the subscribe button up in the first like 2 seconds. And there's no reason to. We haven't gotten value yet. But you got directly to the point. You're like, here's what my video is about. And then you started it. And you got to the point and you just went through the different characters. So awesome. But yeah. I see you said I fixed the thumbnail. Do you mean title or thumbnail? But yeah, as long as you got parentheses there saying review, because I'm sure like Lego's a big area. There's a lot of people interested in Lego. So I'd imagine there's going to be people who want to see those. Like, what do these Lego characters actually look like in person? So I think doing something like that will do well. Let me back up here. And the same thing with the thumbnail too. Like collection, maybe I'd put review there potentially, and I would make it brighter because some of these characters are kind of hard to see. If you can get some more lights, if you're working, my guess is you're working on lights around the house budget. Even if you can take like a lamp, or if you've got one of those lights where it has like the 3 like arms on it that you can kind of maneuver, take one of those and just put it around where you're filming. I've had to do that in the CapCut, not mistaken. Well, I might have had lights for the CapCut video, but I do know for some of my videos, I had to use the 3-prong lights. Back in the day, I had to grab lamps. That's all I had, and I filmed with those. But if you can just brighten this up, I think will help. And then also making it very clear that this is a review. I think that'll do awesome. All right. Let's hop on to another one. But before we do that, because we do not know how long this live stream is going to go, can I get some melons in the chat for Melon? This live stream is sponsored by Melon, regardless of the lag. Because Melon only works when you have some Wi-Fi, some upload speed, people. But if you are in a place that has good internet, Melon is an awesome choice. They allow you to live stream in just 5 clicks to Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, etc. So if you want to check them out, link is down below. We are 1 sign up away from 40. So if one person signs up today, it takes like a minute time to enter your email, create a password. Boom, you are in. You can start live streaming for free. They also have paid options that you can go to as well, which are awesome. But hey, if you're only working on free right now, start there. Get used to the software. You can always. But thank you, Melon, for sponsoring this live stream. Let's see, there's like is that a fuzzy? No, it's just a fuzzy on my computer. But they are awesome. Thank you for sponsoring. And let's see some of those melons in the chat. Let's go. Very good. Desmond, Big Oof Cars, Bonkers came in. What is up, Bonkers? Melon the bomb. Yes, it is. The link to Melon is down below in the description. So definitely click on that. Guys, I just need one more. Give me one more to get to 40. We're making our way up in those signups there. Ghost Vector. We got Skill. What is it? Skilfk? Skilfk? If that's right. I don't know. But let's go. I like the Melon car here, Big Oof Cars. You're doing a perfect combination of cars and melonness. Elvira, let's go. Awesome. Sweet. All right, let's keep her moving here. Oh my word, they all piled in. Oh, jeepers. All right. So let's keep this going. There's a lot of people here saying, oh, wow. So I'm so glad. There's a whole bunch of people in here who are not Robloxers. That makes me so happy. Nothing against you Roblox streamers. I just know that y'all usually fill up my live stream. But we got Bonkers on the stream. Let's go. All right. Man, you only post shorts. Jeepers. Let's click on one that hopefully Bonkers. I don't feel comfortable with some of these. I just want an appropriate one. Did you pick one, Bonkers? Let me just double check. Let me double check to see if you wanted me to look at a specific video, sir. Rate battle requests 3 or 2 if they are doing all right. Let me see if I can find those videos. Battle requests. Oh, okay. You got a series going. Cool. Let's click on. Think I can. Bonkers, you show up all the time, and I appreciate you here. So, and here's something important to keep in mind, and this goes for every single person in here. If you come in here, and I'm sharing my opinion on it, there is also part of it where no matter who you go to, it could be me, it could be Nick Nimmin, it could be Daryl Eves. We are all, as people in different niches, in different audience groups that respond to things differently. When I watch that video, I'm like, this is too jittery. I don't get it. This makes zero sense to me. And that's what I thought when I saw this. I was like, what on earth is going on here with the short? However, I may not be the person you're trying to I'm not the person you're targeting. I am not interested in that content. But if you've seen other people do it and it has been successful and it is part of a certain trend or something like that, like, then do it, because those are the people you're attracting. But overall, as far as like editing goes and what I would respond to, I felt that was really jittery and I couldn't understand it. And maybe part of it too is if you are trying to get millions of views, you have to appeal to a broad amount of people. There's content that can well that a large amount of people can understand. And then there's also content that's very specific that a lot of people don't get, like myself. And I'm someone who watches like TikTok on a regular basis. I watch YouTube Shorts on a regular basis. I've never come across it. Monkey says it's the versus trend. Yeah, it was just really hard to understand what was going on there. So keep that in mind. I don't know if yours was a different rendition of the versus trend. I personally have never come across it. But that'd be my thoughts there. I'm too scared to click on this one. And some of these seem interesting, but hopefully that's valuable. Think about, what your goals are. If it's the versus trend, cool. But I would try to think as well, if your goal is to make a short blow up, and this is something I'm even thinking about too, is if I want a short to get 1 million views, it has to appeal to more than 1 million people. If you want a short to get 1 million views, it has to appeal to more than 1 million people. So you have to think about with your content, how can I, at least shorts on the short side, it has to be, I feel like, more broader. And reach a large audience. And it also depends on your goals on YouTube, I think, too. Let's hop to the next person here. And I would go deeper into yours, Bonkers, but I'm scared, man. There's some questionable content. And I don't want to get in trouble. YouTube's been getting a lot more serious about what they allow on the platform. And so even though I'm careful, since I'm reviewing you guys' channels, I gotta be careful what plays. I'm gonna make the hardest Shrek edit then. I will watch the hardest Shrek edit, sir. All right, on to the next person here. We got Pro Adequate. I'm gonna say it wrong again. Pro Adequate. That's where we're going with. Did you, sir, have a specific video? Is there a specific video you wanted to watch? You shared a link. CapCut PC keyframes tutorial. My competition. I think I said that last time with your channel. So let me paste this in. And let's watch this again. If you're just joining,
PC tutorial.
What we are trying to do is we're trying to figure out how to make better videos. So what we're thinking about is the hook. That's the major part of every video, is a hook. And then also just overall quality of the video. We'll see how long we watch it. If you want to submit your channel, there is a link down below in the description. We're already 34 minutes in, and I see a ton of submissions through some of these. But if you still want to try and submit that channel, maybe I'll get to it. We will give that a try. All right, guys. And also do this. Let's do this, guys. Leave your feedback as well in the comments section. It doesn't just have to be me. When we watch this together, let me know your thoughts, different things you can point out. I'm trying to pay attention to the comments here if I can. Let me know your thoughts on this. Oh, speaking of which, look at this video on how to edit videos like Mr. Beast and CapCut. Super cool video. I definitely am going to click on this one next, right, guys? Let's go. I own the CapCut space. All right, let's watch this intro, or the intro of this video.
Welcome to another awesome CapCut PC tutorial. Today we are going to learn about CapCut keyframes in Windows PC or laptop. These are quite similar. So just go to create a new project, and here I have.
All right, 15 seconds in. What did we think of that introduction? I think here, I just want to listen to the first few seconds again.
Welcome to another awesome CapCut PC tutorial. Today we are going to learn.
So did you see that zoom in? There is, so two things. One, it was like, welcome to another awesome CapCut tutorial. Like, why is that needed there? And maybe that's something to ask ourselves when we're thinking about video hooks. We want to be very selective of what our first few sentences are and what we are saying. Like, you almost want to script out your first few sentences and make sure it's perfect. And I feel like there's two things that didn't really add value to me when I click on this video. Because if I'm clicking how to add keyframes in CapCut PC, I want to know how to add keyframes in CapCut PC. So when I hear this,
Welcome to another awesome CapCut PC tutorial. Today we are going.
like, that was 4 seconds that didn't need to be there. You could have been like, at least something like, today I'm going to show you how to do keyframes on PC and Mac. So to do this, you're going to click new project. And here'd be the other thing too. How necessary is it to show people how to create a project? If I'm searching for a tutorial on how to add keyframes in CapCut, I'm not searching for that at the point where I'm creating a new project. I'm already in a project and I'm like, where's the keyframe button? I know where it is on mobile. Where's the keyframe button? And I'm searching around. I'm like, oh, shoot. Okay, I'm just going to search a YouTube video, how to add keyframes in PC. Oh, here's a video. Hi, and welcome to this CapCut. Welcome to another CapCut. Okay, skip. Project. I'm already in a project. I already know how to do all this stuff. I just don't know where this keyframe button is and how to use them. And it's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go click on another video. Like, that's what's going to happen. So even thinking about the tutorial you do, where do you start? You want to get right to that action, I would think. So that would be something I would do. And then I would also say, and then just to wrap it up here too, you do this zoom in for no reason. I'll just mute it here. You zoom in and then you zoom back out and then we're back here again. Like, why did we zoom in? Is it just so there's motion in the beginning? Maybe that was the logic of it, that there's motion. But I would try to do something else. You could do captions. You could put captions on screen and that would add some interest there if you're just doing a straight screen recording. But that'd be my thoughts. I wouldn't just zoom in for the sake of zooming in. I would zoom in if there is a purpose to move the zoom in, like to see the keyframe button or something like that. So hopefully that was valuable. I hope that added value to you. Let's keep it moving here. And I'm also curious, what did y'all comment down below? Let me just make sure there's no channel preview. Cool. Let's see what you guys think. I have some slow intros, and those are the things we got to eliminate. We got to eliminate slow intros. Because let me ask you guys, what happens when you click on a video and the intro is slow and the person's not getting to the point? I'll speak from experience. Let me know what you guys do in the chat. I just skip ahead. I know that if I double tap on my phone, it's going to skip ahead 10 seconds. And I can do that, and I'll just skip through every single one of you guys' intros just to get to the content I want. But when you don't have that and you just jump right into it, I cannot tell you how many comments I have gotten of people saying, man, you just got to the point. I'm subscribing. Wow, you didn't do a stupid intro. I'm subscribing. Wow, there was no intro to this. I'm subscribing. Like, people recognize when you leave out the fluff and the self-promotion and all this other stuff, and you just jump right into the video. Now, granted, depending what niche you're in, you might need to set some context where it's like, today I'm going to show you how to replace an outlet cover. So to do this, you're going to, context matters there. But oftentimes people see your thumbnail, they see your title, especially when it comes to tutorials, where you can just jump right into the video and you don't really have to set it up. Whereas entertainment content, you set in place, things like that, where it's going to make sense. Tech for Your Needs said, I stopped doing intros a long time ago. Skip ahead or click away. Go says, the intro should be direct to the topic, according to me. I don't do intros. I just start instantly. Yes. Good job, Lucario. Tony says, I don't do intros in my videos. Awesome. Yes. We got to stop it. We got to knock and it goes for a lot of things. I'm actually going to be doing a podcast probably in a month or two here. And one of the things I thought about was having one of those, you're listening to Colin's podcast, make, the podcast to go to. And here's your host, Colin. And then it hit me, that's an intro. People are just going to skip through those podcast intros. So instead, maybe I'll just be like, this is the Market Smarter podcast. Let's just jump into it. That's it. So that way people don't have to skip ahead. It makes it so easy. Intro is necessary to explain what you're going to do. Yes, I do think it's in some cases. There was one tutorial I made on CapCut where it had no intro. It was like, what was it? It was like some kind of like 10 more CapCut or some video like similar to that. And it had no intro. It was just like, tip number 1, I'll show you how to do this. Boom, got into it. And so I think even with your keyframe video, it could be as simple as I'm going to show you how to add keyframes on PC and Mac. To start, you're going to want to click on, you'll go over to the top right menu and you'll notice this diamond shape. This is the keyframe button. You can click on this and it places a keyframe in the timeline. This is what keyframes do. Be sure to watch this video next to learn more CapCut tips. Boom, boom, boom. You're in and you're out. It's got to be faster, snappy, especially because YouTube has the suggested bar, and that's going to cause so much issues because people are just going to click to a different video. I juggle flaming chainsaws while riding a unicycle blindfolded and gargle peanut butter during intros. Wait, no, I just click away. Starika, I'm telling you, if you're doing that for your coin videos, just audience retention through the roof. I want to see that now. Come on, Starika. I want to. That'll be. Yeah. I need to tighten things up. Yes. See, that's good. Man, you're making me thirsty now, right? This video is not sponsored by water. It is sponsored by Florida Heat. All right. Let's keep moving because otherwise I'm going to fall behind. All right. Here we are. We're bowling with FEF. Let's take a look. Did you request a specific video? You did not. Let's take a look at some of these. Let's see what we got posted recently. Ooh, bowling. Let's go. I'm excited about this. I do enjoy bowling a bit. So let's click on one of these videos and see how it goes.
Our all-tournament MVP, Kensley Morris. How does that sound?
I know. Crazy.
You guys were in, a tough match with Lewis to take the championship. Mm-hmm. You get out to that big 3-0 lead. Tell me about what that was like and what what it was like for you and your teammates. All
right, so you got right into the interview. Kensley Morris. I don't know if that's a bigger name I don't know much about bowling. I go bowling. So am I Kensley bigger name in bowling? But I'm also just thinking about the title here along with it. Because this is obviously when at 2023 Peacock Classic MVP team win. I'm trying to think what would make sense here. Because you get right into the intro, it seems.
Here with our all-tournament MVP.
I would maybe do some kind of even if you did this at the end, because it seems like, something happens, you're at a tournament, you sit them down for a bit for an interview, and you kind of go from there. Repurpose from a live streamed tournament. Okay, that makes sense. Because even if you do repurpose it from a live stream, and live stream's going on, they're done bowling, they come up, they talk on it. Even if later on, if you took like a snippet of that, threw it into like CapCut or an editor or something like that, but then made like a separate, maybe you're at the tournament and you record these, but it's just something there where it's like, coming up, we sit with, what was her name? Coming up with Bowling with Wit, we sit down with Kensley Morris, who is the all-tournament MVP. We're going to be getting we're going to get her reaction to the all-tournament MVP. And whatever else she talks about, all that coming up. And then it goes into it. Just so that way, and it's similar to that live stream, the news person we were talking about, the no cap news. Like, when you think of like a news broadcast, they always start with the hooks. Here are the big stories. You're going to want to sit around and watch the news. And, here's this weather thing coming up that you need to be prepared for. They hook first, and then they get into the content. And even with interviews, like sometimes people just want to sit and listen to the interview for the sake of the interview. But if it is possible, I just try to get a quick 10 seconds of here's what's coming up. Stay tuned. You're going to want to listen to this interview with this person. And it looks like most of my content is a weekly live stream with one guest. And I will say, live streams and intros can be really difficult. It's not the easiest thing to have an intro with a live stream. Let me just go back. Let's just see one of these other ones here. Here, let's click on this one.
All right, back here one more time at the 2023 Peacock Classic. We're kind of jammed in a corner here because I want everybody to see the scores. I'm here with head coach Nicole DePaul, Upper Iowa University, and as you can see, 4,007.
Yeah, so it can be a difficult spot to try and slide that in, but at the same time, so we had a whole bunch for this thing. Then we have like 8 months ago. So it's pretty spaced out. That would be the one thing. If possible, if you can do it live and try to just put something there to quickly hook someone before you get to or maybe as you're introducing the person, you kind of talk about, maybe you have an idea of what questions, what things you want to ask, just to vocally say something. Like that one, you were going over some of the scores there. So I'm sitting with Coach Person to discuss points at this tournament. And then maybe, you give that hook, and then maybe you jump to, hey, person, thanks for coming on the show with me. And they're like, oh yeah, glad to be here. And then you hop into the questions. Just something like that, I think could help with audience retention. Just so something's there. And I think a lot of times if it's, people are going to watch your videos because they are interested in those people, they are interested in the tournament, and they want to hear what those people have to say. I don't think you're just interviewing anyone. You're interviewing, I said, darn it. Everyone put I don't know what emoji in supposed to say, it's against the rules, but you put something there. But that's going to be my my thoughts there. Just try to get something in there to help keep people watching. I think that'll help. And I would also, even though today we are focusing on just that, I would try to do maybe a better thumbnail if you do have some time. I think that could help as well. But again, you're doing screen grabs from a live stream. So I think the first thing I'd do is just try to work on better hooks for that introduction. All right. Where are we at? 50 minutes. All right. Oh my word. So I don't know, face red, droopy eyes. I don't know why it does that for some stuff, but Yeah, boy, Jack. It's nice to see you, sir. I don't know why it's doing that. Whatever. Quick question. Will you other tips on other editing apps? I can answer this one quick. Yes, I will be. To let you all know, I'll probably be promoting it this week. I am starting another channel to just up bills. And there's some stuff, because this channel is going a different direction. I'm going more towards, you're going to see a lot more content focused on smartphone video, probably some stuff on YouTube, but I wanted to still pump out, like there's tutorials I want to do where it's like, I don't want to have 5 videos in a row on how to add music in CapCut, how to add music in InShot, how to add music in VN, how to add music in iMovie, how to add music in VLLO, how to add music in Power Director, how to add music in LumaFusion. Like if I post 8 videos there, all on those topics, y'all are going to freak out. You'll be like, dude, you don't need to show us how to add music in every single app. So I'm going to have another channel where it's just tutorials, where I go tutorial bananas and just so I can serve people. And I still want people to subscribe. I wanted to get monetized. So I'm obviously going to promote it to you guys. And hopefully you all go over there and subscribe so I can get that channel monetized. But I do want to cover a lot of different apps, covering a lot more specific things, where if I was to post it here, it's going to come across as spam because there's going to be so much content posted. I want to be more specific in the kind of content I upload here and stuff like that. So, yeah. How's the secret channel going? See, Colin has a lot of channels he starts, and sometimes he doesn't finish. The secret channel did not go too well. I posted a few videos up there, and happening was, instead of, my main plan was I wanted to focus more on that and cover that stuff. But instead of having it on a separate channel, I'm kind of taking those principles and I'm going to apply them to this channel, if that makes sense. Because I don't want to go too deep with it, but the struggle was, I'm doing well with this channel. I'm doing well posting tutorials. I'm doing well posting content, but it doesn't pay the bills. It doesn't make me a ton of money. Whereas if I was to switch my niche to a higher pay niche, not only for YouTube AdSense, but for brand deals, where I can grow a bigger community around a centralized topic, that's going to work better for me. So, really? So instead of going the route of continuing to post tutorials on here, or instead of going the route of having a separate channel, building that up from the ground up, I was just what I'm going to probably do is convert this channel into a more specific, narrowed niche. I'm going to niche down more, basically. And then I have another channel where I can have all my fun of posting tutorials because I'm good at tutorials, and I'll go crazy with that. And how many subs did I get? I didn't get too many. I think I got I think that channel's at 65 subs, but I only uploaded was it 3 to 5 videos over there? So I didn't upload a lot. But the tutorial one will be easy to upload because I could film it with my phone. All I'm doing is filming tutorials. Here's how to do this. Here's how to do that. Boom, 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 boom. Don't have to think about it much. And yeah, having 2 channels is tough. All right. Let's try to do a few more here before we clock out here. All right. So I can see a few ones of people who've been here for a bit. So let's click on a few of these. Let's do some rapid round. Oh, hold up. Wait a minute. Let's see. Is there a specific video you want reviewed? Is this it? Did we do the right one? No, we did not. We are one ahead. I will come back to you, Dede. Sorry. I don't want to skip anyone here. Launch Stripes and Hedges. You are doing well, sir. 25,000 subscribers. Let's go. Once you pass that 10K, man, it's the greatest feeling in the world. Ooh, wow. Whoa. We've got 5 What? Did you kill it in shorts, sir? Oh my word, let's go. Look at this. We got some million subbed, million view videos. My guy, let's go. You are doing awesome, sir. That's a lot of subs from just posting shorts. We need to make a case study on you. How many have we uploaded? Not that many. We haven't uploaded that many shorts, and you are doing super well. Good on you, sir. But let's see. Did you have any specific things you wanted covered? Landscaping. How do I get consistent numbers on my videos? Is the question I see asked. So let's talk about that for a bit. We also will click on one of your videos, but with shorts, it's really hard to get consistent numbers because shorts is wild right now. It's the wild, wild west for shorts. So you might upload, you've got videos there with 1 million views, but then at the same time on shorts, you've got some videos that have, let's scroll down a bit. At the same time, you have shorts that have only 1,000 views. So it's such a huge variety there that's that's crazy. Unfortunately, there's a window and people are making funny faces at me, so I'm just a bit distracted. Anyway, so you have to, if you want to get more consistent views, long form videos would be the better way to go, I would think. And it looks like you are getting started with some of those. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 5 videos there. Let's actually click on one of these. How to build steps out of, and these are all, these are regular. Okay, but these 2 are vertical. Let's click on one of these. Let's just see what it sounds like. How about steps out of 3 sleepers in 3 minutes? Is it just a time lapse? Looks like it's just a time lapse, which a time lapse is still kind of cool. But if I'm searching how to build, steps out of sleepers in 3 minutes, I would still want some kind of hook here to let me know that, hey, this, I'm going to show you a time lapse and maybe some like text on screen showing what's actually happening here. Because I might be able to visually kind of see what's going on there and see somewhat what you are doing. But I feel like, some people might still want a tutorial with like talking and things like that. Okay, same so on. And I get it. You're probably working. You're probably doing your job. And it's a lot easier to just do a time lapse of the project and you work. You don't have to talk. You don't have to be present. You can just focus on your craft. But I would try to, you could probably still time lapse it. But even if you just added some voiceover explaining what's going on, what is this? And we can see you moving around, and you if you can slowly explain or quickly explain what is happening, what's going on, so someone can follow that process. And that might require a script, so you can cover everything really quickly as you're recording that voiceover. But I would have something like that, because if it's just a straight time lapse, like that isn't going to necessarily show me everything I want to know. I want to know, like, what were you laying there? Why are we doing this? All that kind of stuff of what exactly is going on. Like here we are removing, like maybe we're flattening the ground here. At least that's what it looks like. And here we're using this machine to do this on the floor. And now we are cutting something here to make the layout. And we're going to put this up here, at least my thoughts. I think something like that could be useful. You're getting 1,000 subs a day. Holy cow, man. Yeah, your shorts are killing it. You're doing great there. And also, here'd be a question to ask yourself. And just because you are here and you are commenting, and I might try to get to a few of these people who have been here a bit. I see you, Big Oof Cars. How far away am I from Big Oof Cars? Bonkers, Pacey. Big Oof. I don't even see your channel here. Where are you? I don't even see it submitted. I'll have to check. But what are your goals, Lawn Stripes and Hedges? What is your goal for YouTube? And I think that will affect the strategy you want to take. You're doing amazing on shorts. Your content is very usable for shorts. You could keep doing that and boom, you're going to have like a huge following there. Like what would be the point of putting out long form videos? Is it for the business so people can see the stuff you're doing, you get hired more? Is it more of just a fun project where you want to grow the channel? I want to do free landscaping for customers. So I think because you're doing so well, like I could see two routes. One, you keep posting shorts. People are going to find you from those shorts. You're already getting tons of traction there. Number two, people might find you, I want to say through search. So they're searching up something and you pop up and they see what you do potentially. But that'd be my thoughts. But hey, something is working. And let me just share this real quick too. With my channel, what worked for me was tutorials. I looked at my analytics, tutorials got me all my subscribers. I repeated that process till I hit 100,000 subscribers. I just kept putting out tutorials and now I get like 6,000 subscribers a month, which is great for me. But if shorts are working for you right now and it's building up a following, and not only just a following, but a following interested in the type of content you're making, I think you should 10x on that and do that instead of maybe. And you can always still continue to post long form and get used to that, having a hook, maybe doing the voiceovers, showing what's going on in the project. So anyone can follow along, even a newbie like me who's not sure exactly what's all going on. But that'd be my thoughts. Shorts are working, capitalize on it. Because you can also monetize shorts too. And people can still find your content. You can still accomplish your goals. So that would be what I would think. And Big Oof Cars, you said, did you forget me? I'm looking at my channel's called Big Oof Cars, sir. If I'm not mistaken. I do not see I don't see your name out here. I think my form still works. Dang it, and we're at an hour. Gosh dang it. All right. I got to really figure out a way of doing this more effectively. So I'll tell you what. I'm asking two questions here. One, has it still been lagging really badly or has it kind of subsided? Let me know that in the chat. And if it has been fine, I'm going to commit to you guys. Oh, my word, my battery's going to die. Never mind. My camera's going to go off, and then we're really going to have problems. There's a line through my battery. Has it been lagging this whole time? Let me know. I think my camera's about to go dead, and then we're really going to have some issues. But maybe what we could do as well, I need to figure out a way to get through so many different channels in a quicker route while still adding value. It's so difficult. Lagging, not way better. That's not good. So what I probably need to do is figure out a solution to, oh, there I go. Now I'm off camera. All right. Switch to FaceTime. There. Hi. So camera went out. But we'll do two things. One, I'm going to figure out a solution to the lagging problem. Hopefully I can still do these live streams while I'm here in Florida. And then number two, I had to figure out a way to get through a lot of your guys' channels a lot quicker. So with that, we'll probably wrap up the live stream for tonight. I got to figure out a way to make this. I would continue on and go past an hour and cover your guys' channels. But if it's lagging a bunch, it's kind of hard. You know, I want to make sure y'all can get value and that it's, decent. I want to get to you guys. So maybe next live stream, we'll do something similar and I'll have a better process in place. I always fail. I'm sorry. But thank you all for stopping by. Again, this live stream is sponsored by Melon. They make this possible where I can go live. all the time. Now I just need an internet provider sponsor. Hey, if you guys work for an internet provider and they want to sponsor the channel and give me good internet, let me know so I can do these live streams a whole lot easier. But definitely check out Melon if you guys want to go live yourselves. We'll try and do a better version of this later on. And I'll catch you all later. Thanks for being here.